Everybody, it's your girl Male, and it's Thursday. You see, we got tutorial Thursdays. Today's Thursday. I know I'm starting a little bit late, but I had to deal with some jury duty court stuff, so yeah, ended a little bit later than expected. So we're starting a little bit late, and it's okay, no worries. But I'm gonna go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Male, and I am a musician, artist, and a streamer. Welcome to my Bigo show, daily Bigo show. I got music content on the daily. So if you check out my calendar back there, I don't know if it reads properly because it's kind of backwards in the thing. 11 a.m. from Monday to Thursday, 6 p.m. Friday and Saturday, and on Sundays we're going to 8 p.m. So if you check out my posts on my page, you'll see my whole schedule and all my flyers for each show. So if you're an artist, you are a creative, anything that got to do with entertainment, tap in with me. I put on a show every day. So if you want to come and put yourself onto my network, come do it. I give flyers to a lot of upcoming artists who are looking for a place to be on and be legitimate. I got ties in the industry, so people who watch me are gonna be industry cats. I've been doing this a long time. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I might look young, but I'm older. I'm 28, and I've been doing this for a long time. So make sure you tap in with me. And yeah, today is Tutorial Thursdays, and we do, I teach something every Thursday. So when you come tap in with me on Thursdays, you're gonna learn something, whether you like it or not. So today we're gonna learn about guitars. So I get a lot of questions on a daily basis about playing guitar. A lot of people don't know how to do it. A lot of people don't even understand it. So we're gonna learn a guitar and how to play it and how to tune it today. We're gonna just learn that, just some basics. So if you out here, you wanna play guitar, you got a guitar laying around, you don't know how to tune it, but you wanna figure out how to do it. You're not good with YouTube, stuff like that. You don't wanna sit there and have somebody teach you in a certain way. So, I'm gonna teach you my way, how I teach people. So hopefully you can learn something. So if you're young, you could do this. If you're old, you could do this. Anybody could play an instrument. Playing an instrument is good. Everybody should pick up an instrument. I believe at least once in their life. It works a different part of your brain. It gets your mind active. It gets your whole neurological system active, because you work in your brain, and the music helps a lot with therapy. If you sad, play music. If you deal with emotions that you can't do nothing with them, play some music. Anybody could do it. So don't say I don't got rhythm. It don't matter. Just do it. So a guitar, for a lot of y'all, you might be right-handed or left-handed, but I'm right-handed, so sorry to cater to my right-handed people. So my guitar, it sits on the opposite leg that I'm dominant in. You know what I'm saying? This is my dominant, my right. I strum with my right. I play with my left. So that's what I mean. I strum with my right. I can't play the opposite way. My strings are to my right, for my right-handed strum, So my E string, my thick string, is gonna be on the top, and my skinnier, higher pitched string is gonna be on the bottom. That's how you know which guitar is left or right. Is you go off the bass string, which is that thick old string on the top. If it's the thin string's always on the bottom. So that's gonna let you know what type of left or right-handed guitar it is. So mine's the right. I strum on my right. I'm putting this on my lap. I'm gonna put it on the opposite leg. I'm putting it on my left side, because I strum with my right. So if you were left, you would strum with the opposite leg. So I'm gonna hold it like this. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to tuning this thing, sometimes your strings will sound dead. And what I mean by dead is sometimes if you pick a string and it sounds like that and it doesn't really ring, or it rings like Like that means that you got a dead string. So sometimes you can't hear notes in dead strings. So if you got an old guitar and it don't ring, just know you got dead strings. So don't worry about tuning that string. It's never gonna sound good. But luckily my strings are good. You know, I'm teaching for those of y'all who first picking up a guitar. These are the things to look out for. So, you pick up a guitar, you put it on your lap, you want to tune it now. Now, a lot of y'all might not even know what the note of an E sounds like, because you got to tune this guitar a certain way for it to be able to be played with other instruments. So they have a standard tuning. I'm not going to teach you standard tuning because the average person doesn't want to sit here and learn standard tuning. I know I didn't when I played guitar as a kid. I just wanted to pick this thing up and start playing. So I'm just going to teach you how to tune to the natural tuning of your guitar. Whatever you think sounds good, but I'm going to teach you how to tune your strings to each other. So that way you could play and it'll kind of start sounding pretty. It'll be a little bit off, but it'll sound prettier than if you probably just had it really out of tune. So this is as good as you can get. You don't need a tuner. You don't need to go look up on YouTube. If you want, you can, but I'm not teaching you that today. I'm going to teach you how to just pick it up and play it. No internet and technology needed. Just your instrument. So my string, I have somewhat perfect pitch, so I'm going to try to not pitch it perfectly. So I'm just gonna go off this first string. It's off, it's not on, but it doesn't sound terrible, it doesn't sound dead. So I'm just gonna tune to this string, this top string, whatever the note is. I'm not gonna touch the string. If it sounds too low, like if my string was like, that's too low. I want it a little bit higher so I can hear it. Not too high. You don't want your top string to be too high. And the reason why you don't want your top string to be too high is because these things are going to pop. So if you keep tuning that thing too high, it's going to pop on you. So you just tune it to where it's got a little bit of slack. It's a little bouncy. It's not too tight. It's got a nice ring to it. It's got a nice bass to it. All right, I'm going with that note. So these things right here, you see these little bars right here? These are your bars. And in between these little bars right here, they're like metal bars. If you see they got a little ridge, it's kind of raised a little bit. Yeah. So those are your bars. They separate your frets. Some guitars might have them. Some of them might be missing. Just know that they're supposed to be there if yours is missing. And these are frets. Your frets are in between, your bars. Whatever you do, when you start hitting the strings, you don't put your finger on the bar. You put your finger in between a bar. And the reason why I tell you that, because if you put it right here, it's not really going to give you an actual, like a good note, a solid note. Your notes are actually in between here. It's going to give you a weird note. If you want to be different and play that, cool, go ahead. I'm not going to tell you no. But just know, this is where you're going to get more of a ring to your notes. Now, me, when I started playing guitar, I didn't really listen to half the things I'm telling you. So at the end of the day, do what you want, have fun. But this is what I'm going to teach you so you can kind of tune it. So these are your frets. What you're going to want to do, this is your first fret. You're going to want to take your fret to the 5th fret, right? That's your 5th fret. 5, count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is how we're going to tune. Most of your tuning, when you tune to a guitar, just like off ear, it's going to be in your 5th fret. You're going to have to hold each string in the 5th fret, except for your second to last string. That's the one you hit on the 4th fret. But we're going to go down the line, and I'm going to teach you how to do this. So when you're tuning to your top string, you don't want to hit that fret. That's the one you don't hit. You leave that one open. And that's what it's called, an open string. You don't put no frets on it. 0 fingers, 0 frets. It's just open. And that's just my top string. You hit that top string. And then on the string below it, which is your 5th string, because there's 6 strings. The 1st is at the bottom. The 6th is at the top. On your 5th string, the 2nd from the top, 5th from the bottom, you're going to want to put your finger on the 5th fret. So, actually no. actually no. Second that. You're gonna want to put your finger on. You're gonna want to keep the second string open. I'm so sorry. That was a mix-up. Let me rewind that. Let's rewind that. You're going to want to put your finger on the 5th fret of the actual top string, and you're gonna leave your second string open. So I mixed that up totally by accident. It's been a while since I've taught somebody how to do this, so forgive me. But anyways, moving forward, your 5th string is your 6th string is gonna be the 5th fret. Your 5th string is gonna have the 5th fret, and the string below it is gonna be open. So you don't hit the one underneath it, because we're gonna look for a matching note. And this is where you start to practice pitch. So if you're tone deaf, good luck with this. But it'll help if you're tone deaf a little bit. So we hit the 5th string, we hit the 6th string, that big old string, hitting the 5th fret. That's what the note sounds like. And I'm gonna hit the open note underneath it. They don't sound the same. And the reason why is because if you sing it, you'll feel your voice changing notes. It's going and then your next string, you're open. So if you can sing it, you can play it, and that's how you're able to match and differentiate different tones. So, 2 different notes. I don't need 2 different notes. I need the same note. So this is what we're gonna do. You see how that note is higher? We need to bring that second note down because the first note is higher. So we're matching to this note that's on the 5th fret. On the top string, and then we're opening this. It's just this one's open. The second one, if you can't see it. So we're gonna bring it down. So like I said, these right here are your knobs. These are gonna help you tune your strings down. So since we got this is our first string, and it goes to our first tuner. You can, if you follow the wires, it'll tell you which one goes to which. Follow it with your finger if you have to, and take your time. You know what I'm saying? So you follow your finger. This is your first fret. This first knob. I mean This is your 6th string. This is your 6th tuning knob. This is this from the top. You know, this is your first one on the top. This is the 6th one from the bottom. This is the one you don't touch. You're gonna want to touch this one because we're tuning our other strings to our top string. Remember that. So we're tuning that, and we're gonna go ahead and tune it down. So that's the one you gotta hit. You see how it changes it? Changes that second. Let's see, bring it back. See how it's changing? It's going higher and lower. So that's how you know it's the right string. If it's moving while you're hitting it, that's how you know you got the right string. Right? So 5th fret. That's the note. Sounds about the same. It's almost the same. Yeah. So my voice is following the notes that I'm hitting. They sound the same. These 2 notes sound the same. So now those 2 strings are tuned. Might not be perfect, and you might not have perfect pitch, but it's close enough. So that's all we're doing. We're just trying to get close enough so you could play this thing. Next one, we're gonna go to the next string. So you're gonna hit your 5th fret. We started from the top. We hit the 5th fret on that 6th string, that top string. Now we're gonna go below the next 5th fret. Hit the string. That's the note. What's this? And now we gotta hit the open note from the string below it. So this string that's below it, we're going from this, and we're gonna hit the string that's below it, open. That's the top string. That's the note that we're following. See, the note is higher. My voice went higher, so the note is higher. So now I must bring that note down. So it's the 1, 2. It's the 3rd string. I'm gonna follow that up to this one. Gotta bring it down. Next string, 5th fret. That's the note. And then we're gonna hit the string below it. No matter what octave I sing it in, it's 2 different strings, so I gotta bring it down. So as you can tell, we've been bringing all the strings down. So whatever tuning my guitar was at before, all of the strings were tuned up. So safe to say this might be like lower. So we're gonna assume that the rest of the strings are gonna have to be brought down lower. So that also helps. So now that I have to give you that little tip, we're just gonna do that. We're just gonna kind of tune these all low. And if you pay attention, you know, to how your strings are, like I said, you can hear if the string has to go higher. Sometimes when you pick a guitar, after a while, all the strings are gonna be out of whack. It'll have, you know, not all of them are gonna be just a half step tuned down. Like meaning like this is a full step is like 360, a half step is like a quarter of a turn. A full turn is a full turn, you know, you get me? So yeah, like, you know, some of these will only need like a half step or 2 in order to get them to match. But if your guitar is really out of tune, you might need to really pitch it up. So just listen for it, you know, you have to just listen for it. It takes time, but like I said, I'm giving you a tip that's gonna be useful if you have technology or not. You don't need a tuner. Your tuner ran out of batteries and you just want to play with yourself. I'm not giving you this tip so you can play with other people, because this tip doesn't work to tune to play with a band. But if all you guys can get on the same tuning with each other, then it doesn't matter if you guys are tuned to a standard tuning or not. If you guys are tuned to each other, that's all that matters, you know? So this is how you can do this tuning process without technology. So we're gonna go to our next fret. You know, we ended on this 4th string, going back to the 5th fret. Boom. Tune that down. Close enough. And now we're gonna go to this next string, which is your 3rd string, 3rd from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4 from the top. It's usually the beginning of your thin strings. You'll feel it. These ones feel a little bit thicker. When you get to this string, they start to get thin. So this 3rd string from the bottom, 3rd string, that one you're gonna have to put it on the 4th fret. So when you're doing this 5th fret tuning, only on that 3rd string, you will hit the 4th fret instead of the 5th. You will hit the 4th fret. Don't ask me why. I don't fully understand it, but I know that that's how it goes. That sounds not the same note. As I hit the notes, I'm hitting that note, and I'm hitting the string underneath it. Wonky. It's a higher note, gotta bring it down. So we're gonna go. When you sing, sometimes that helps you keep the note from the string before. See? Now we go back to the 5th fret. We hit that second string. We're going back to the 5th fret. And now we're hitting this open string on the first string. Last from the top, first from the bottom. This is your 1st string. It's a higher note, so we're bringing it down. That's the note. Now, I'm gonna play a chord, or just start playing it. I'm just gonna play it open. Actually, sounds off. Doesn't sound perfect, but it doesn't sound like terrible. Because if I try to play, let's see how the chords sound. It makes the chord. So if you know shapes, if somebody wants to teach you a shape, this style of tuning will be able to help you play as close to like standard tuned guitar as possible. If you want to play with these notes, if you're just like, playing guitar off of things you can imagine from watching YouTube or music videos, seeing people play, having this understanding of how to tune a guitar is gonna help you mimic those memories better. Like when I was a kid, like all I had was, like music videos that I would see on TV. I grew up without a computer. So I had somebody teach me this way of tuning, and it helped me play guitar all the time. I didn't grow up with a lot of technology because I had an instrument. I didn't need technology because I had an instrument now. So that's what I wanted to teach y'all. I just want to give you that tip. Start playing guitar, pick it up. Now you know how to do this. If you want to find this tutorial, I'll post it on my page. You can watch it there, or follow me. I'll have it everywhere else too. All my other sites. So check them all out. Maleh, MAHLLEH. You'll see it in my Bigo ID. That's the same everywhere. So this will be available for you guys. So make sure you follow me. I follow back. I'm here every Thursdays giving y'all a tutorial about a bunch of things I know. I know a lot of different things. I play 11 different instruments. I'm an engineer, producer, videographer, photographer. I work with different programs, different workstations, different technological things, mics, anything really. I work with some reed instruments. I work in management. I work in promotion. I work in marketing. There's a lot of different things that I know how to do as an independent artist and for others. But everything that I'm going to teach you on Thursdays is always going to be some do-it-yourself. The things that I'm going to teach you, you can do yourself. A lot of people out here, they don't, they feel like they can't do for themselves because, nobody really gave them the like the common knowledge, you know. It's not common sense for everybody to know how to play an instrument and know skills like this. So this is my way to give y'all that skill, and, you know, just to put you up because it's useful. Somebody put me up onto it. I didn't pay for this information. It was given to me. So the things that were given to me, I will gladly give to y'all. And I have a lot of things that were given to me as far as knowledge. I've been around a lot of people. I've been doing music a really, really long time. And the one thing I learned about being a musician is when you're good, especially when you're young, people want to see you do good. They want to see you become a prodigy, like real stuff. I was young, you know. I started playing instruments at 4 years old, and, you know, it opened my mind up. It gave me discipline that I couldn't find anywhere else. I couldn't find it in sports. I couldn't find discipline even in for my parents. Music's the only way I was able to have discipline, like even throughout my adulthood. So, you know, I encourage everybody to pick up an instrument, learn some sort of instrumental skill, work your brain out, and stay tuned with me if you want to learn more about stuff on every Thursday. I'm here every day. Again, check my my calendar's in the back, but it's also on my page. Check my posts. I got my whole calendar on there, all my shows and stuff. You know, if you're an artist, if you're a musician, I have jams on Mondays. So, you know, make sure you tap in with me. Send me your music. I love checking out music. You know, don't be shy to just send me something. You know, if you're not social, you don't know how to talk to people, just send me a link. I'll get what you're trying to say. I'll ask the questions if I have to. But just reach out to me. You know, don't be shy. Follow me. I follow back. You know, and check out my whole thing. You know, I work with musicians, engineers, people in the entertainment industry, people in the business industry of just people making money. I'm around so many different calibers of people. So if you really want to pick my brain and understand somebody who's in a lot of different things, then watch my show every day, 11 a.m. Monday through Thursday, 6 p.m. Friday and Saturday, and 8 p.m. on Sunday. So I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see y'all later. You know, tap in with me. I go behind the scenes too, randomly on Bigo, just because I do this for a living. So sometimes I got really cool stuff to show y'all. So just tap in with me. You know, stay posted. But peace out, y'all. And before I go, let me give a big shout out to everybody who stood in here and learned something. So let me check it out. Dang, y'all was really showing a lot of love. Armando, Veronica, Thomas, Jew, Eric, Taylor. What's going on, y'all? Thank you for tuning in. Angelus, Patrick, Antonius, Big Deal William, 10 plus, Stilo, your mama speaking ho. Chill out. I'm just kidding. What's your name? Louis Leva, Kenny A2, Jose Rio, and Poncho. Oh, I think I said Poncho. But anyways, y'all, thank you guys for tuning in. I just want to give y'all a shout out. And